Like most people, I've asked myself many times during my working life and my professional career, where am I headed? What am I really hoping to accomplish by working at this job? And what is my next level and how do I get there? What is there to really be excited about every day walking into someone else's office? And too many times I answered the question the same way. There's really nothing to be excited about working for somebody else. There's really nothing to be excited about knowing that someone else has their thumb on you all day long, that you're punching their time clock, that you have to ask them when you can go on vacation, and you have to ask for more money. You can't dictate anything about your own life. For 13 years, I worked on behalf of some of the largest, most powerful law firms in this country as a practicing lawyer. I represented people in some of the most famous cases in recorded legal history. But unfortunately, all I was really learning during all that time was how to work hard. I was learning that every year I was supposed to take on more responsibility and spend more time at the office. And I was watching my kids grow up without me, and all the while, it was because someone else was making me be at the office when they wanted me there. So in 2001, I opened my own business. I opened a law firm and I started representing a whole bunch of professional athletes and entertainers and celebrities. And I was having a good time, and I built my office up from being just me to the point where I had 13 people working for me. And that felt pretty good for a while. But after a little while, what I realized was even though I was climbing this ladder, my ladder was leaning up against the wrong building, because all I was doing was spending more time, putting more on my own shoulders, spending more money to make my business run, spending more time at the office, and still my kids were growing up without me. And so a few years ago, I ran into somebody in a completely different industry, and he opened my eyes a little bit. He taught me some things about work and about how he worked and about the fact that it wasn't about hard work. It was about working smart. Enough working hard, you have to start working smart. And what he really taught me was that I had stopped dreaming. All these dreams I had for myself when I got out of school about where I wanted to go in life and what I wanted things to be like and feel like, what I wanted for my family and where I wanted to be at the end of my life, what things would look like. I had lost all of those things because I was too busy focusing on my day-to-day job. And if you're in a job, you've done the same thing. You've forgotten the big dreams you had when you were a little girl or a little boy. You've forgotten the dreams you had when you got out of high school or college about where you were headed and where you wanted to go. Because unfortunately what you've done is you've taken the same route to work every day for years. You've done the same thing at the office you did yesterday. You took the same route to get back home, and you slept just enough to have enough rest to get up and do it all over again tomorrow. And you are stuck in a rut, and unfortunately you're going to end up at 45, 55, 65 years old looking back and wondering, what kind of impact did I really make on this life? What kind of impact did I have on the people around me? And did I really make my family, the people who care about me, proud? Did I fulfill any of my dreams? We've got to get you back to dreaming. I've put together a system over the last few years that's helped me get back to dreaming and helped my life be so much better. I'm living in a fabulous house. I'm driving amazing cars. And I've got all the free time with my kids that I could have asked for. Even in the middle of a workday, I can leave the office if I want to and go spend time with them when they have an event at school that I just don't want to miss. I get to take vacations now without asking somebody else. I get to dream. I can teach you my system. I've spent the last few years putting that system together so succinctly that I can teach it to anybody, no matter what your background, no matter what your professional experience or what you think you may lack in the professional world. I can teach you how to dream again, and it won't cost you a thing. I can teach you how to get to the place in your life where you intended to be, and I'm happy to do it. Send me a message here on Facebook and we'll talk further. I'll tell you exactly what I've done to get here, and I'll get you to the same place. I look forward to getting you to your next level.